Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. This is Dr. T, PhD, the Prodigy of Sports Psychology, and I'm so excited because here in a few moments, I'm going to jump into the GoTarryn Go-Go Mobile and be en route to interview one of my very favorite guests. That's right, Hollywood from the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling will be right here on the phone in just a few moments. Before we bring her on, I'd like to remind everyone out there to please make sure to like this video, leave us a comment, and share it with all of your friends and family out there. And I've asked Hollywood from Glow to come back on here and grace us with her presence as she has a very busy schedule, and be talking to her about some of her upcoming travels and some of her new exciting endeavors that she's implementing. And so it's going to be really cool, really fun and exciting, like it always is, to catch up with Hollywood and see how everything's going on in her world. So again, we'll bring her here momentarily, and I will be calling her and bringing her here exclusively just for you right here on GoTarryn TV. And remember, with GoTarryn Health and Fitness, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll be right back.
Some sunshine today.
Oh, good. Probably a lot prettier out there where
we're at. Yeah, but it's really cold. Let me turn this up a little. Good.
Yeah, that's perfect. So since I last spoke to you, you had some conventions coming up too.
Yes. So those conventions are coming up this weekend. It is. I've not been to this one. It's Super RetroCon 80s and 90s. So I was cool. I know it'll be cool. And it's down in Tampa, Florida. And it will be at the Tampa, Florida Fairgrounds Saturday and Sunday. And I got to tell you, Taryn, I'm just blessed, man. I love doing these. And the cool thing about it is being asked to do them. Mm-hmm. So when you're asked, that's kind of more special.
Yeah.
You feel, I'm not begging for anyone to sign, you know what I mean? There's certain ones I like to sign at, and you know what? I'm just really humbled when you are asked to sign. And so I've not done it. I'm excited. Super RetroCon this weekend in Tampa, Florida. Right after that one, another promoter asked me to do the Baltimore Fest. Now, this is interesting because the Baltimore Fan Fest is not in Baltimore. Yes, we will fly into Baltimore, but it's going to be in another city that's a little east, maybe about 30 minutes east. And forgive me because I don't have that in front of me right now.
Oh, okay.
But I've posted it. I'm kind of concentrating on Tampa right now, so people will get mixed up. And then I'll put the name of the city. I know it starts with an S. I'll have to look on my social media. But those two things are happening now. And then what else do I have in February? I think February is a lot of travel. I'll go back to California.
Okay.
For those who may or may not know, yes, I still wrestle. So I have 3 wrestling matches to do there in the ring. I'm excited to do that. Nice. People go, when is Hollywood going to retire from wrestling? So my answer to all of you is when my body tells me to stop, I will. And in the meantime, I can still, it's all good. I can't complain. I have my health, thank goodness. And I try to keep in shape. I see you do as well. And that's the most important thing. Trying to eat well, going to exercise. I think the worst we can do, and we both know this, people, you just can't sit in these chairs. That's not good. It's not healthy. I try to say that to mom and dad who are in their 80s now. And it's like, I know sometimes they don't feel good, but even they say, maybe every half an hour, get up, walk.
Right.
If you're sitting there reading or doing your Sudoku like my dad does, and thank goodness they both have hobbies. So having a hobby is so important to stay active. I think that helps us with longevity. It gives our bodies a healthier, a healthier outlook, and what you put into it. Now, here's something funny. If I
Hmm.
go back to my ancestry, so my grandma and grandpa, okay, my grandmother, great grandmother lived to 103.
Oh,
My great
wow.
grandfather was 101. Now, I do have to say, they probably ate kind of what they wanted to, but but I don't know if it's good genes and good health, but they were, so you got to go, well, were they not eating red meat? Yes, they were eating red
Hmm.
meat. They were doing pasta and meatballs and certain things. But I do know that my grandfather did walk, but then my great grandfather walked, but then my grandfather passed away at like 80 and he
Hmm.
had heart disease. So
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
interesting. I don't know if it's every generation how it works for us, but I just say I think getting a little bit of exercise is good. I would tell my parents, if you're watching TV and there's a commercial, get up and just stand where you are, hold
Right.
on to the couch or whatever, and maybe sit up and down. Do something, move your arms
Yep.
around. I mean, just yeah, I know you agree with me, and I don't know how we got into
Totally.
that, but we did because I'm still wrestling.
No, that's
So
great. Jeannie,
yeah,
like with your longevity and your genes, theoretically, that means you're probably, just think like you've only lived half your life if you think of it that way
if
in
I
terms
think of
of,
it that way, then that would be
yeah.
so awesome.
Isn't that
That
unbelievable to
that would
think
be
about?
great.
Yeah, I
I
mean, that
know.
seriously, because yeah, I think you're right, with health, I think some people definitely have good genes and good luck, but also, like you said, it's definitely about your not only your physical health, but your mindful health, because it's like you said, you see so many people with either cardiovascular disease or
Yeah.
just not moving, like a lot of these
Right.
retirement homes, for example. But
Right.
like that kind of leads me to think in terms of when you look at, and you would know a lot better than I would, but as far as the lifestyle, the Glow Girls, and versus,
Yeah.
for example, just
Yeah.
let's just say, name any professional wrestling men's organization like the big one back then, WWF, now WWE. Look at the mortality rate of those guys,
Right.
where it was on a frequent basis recurring. If someone was dying under the age of 40 and it was one of the professional wrestling men, you would think nothing of it. But I don't see that
Right.
with the same with the lady wrestlers, and is
Yeah.
that something also, would you attribute to the differences in lifestyles and, just
I
kind of,
just think male or female,
mm-hmm.
what drugs did you do before? What
Yep,
drugs did you do during? And what drugs do
absolutely.
you do after? Do you
Yep,
drink? I'm sorry, that has
right.
a lot to do with it. So there's a lot
Absolutely, I
of
think
party
so.
people. Yeah. And
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
I did that scene. Trust me, we all did.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be, a liar, but we all went through that phase where we're drinking and possibly doing drugs. If you continue to do that, going down the path, it's just
Yeah,
downhill.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get rest. That's the most important thing. I mean, getting at least, if you can try 7 hours, sometimes it's only six. I
Uh-huh.
get it. I
Right.
have my animals. Our cats wake us up every single morning, Taryn, at 5 a.m.
Oh
I know
gosh.
what time it is because they start coming through and they want to, and I will spoil them. So I get up out of bed. Ryan does all the cleaning. So he does the cat boxes. I'm the one that feeds them. I'm like, wait a second. How come I'm the one that's getting up at 5 a.m. every morning? We need to switch this around.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Uh,
so getting enough sleep is the most important thing. I know my body.
yeah.
I finally figured it out, probably over about 10 years ago,
Hmm.
maybe 8 years ago, where I'm like, wait a second, I can't keep going out and hanging out till 2 or 3 in the morning
Hmm.
and then waking up and trying to do, I know, especially if I'm going to do conventions, I'll come in the day before,
Yeah.
get my rest, come in, do my stuff, but I have to have sleep. So you're not going to see me going out. I'll try to go to dinner if I can with my promoters and stuff, but I'm in bed early. It's just I finally figured my body can't do it. So in
Hmm.
order to stay in shape and to continue wrestling, going to the gym and looking at this at almost 60, my 60th birthday, and I'm not trying to like say I'm this and that, but I will be 60 in May. I was born in 1963. We are in 2023. I think I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty
Yeah.
blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look great, Jeannie. Again, as I mentioned, you, among other Glow Girls,
have kept the Fountain of Youth and, just looking so much better. When you look at, again, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I won't name any names, but just any
Yeah,
like of the other men professional wrestlers, and they're close to
right.
60, they don't look half as near, as in good health or
Uh-uh.
good shape. You know what I mean? Like,
They're out of, you
and
know what? The ones that start looking like an apple,
right.
male and female, when you
Yep.
start looking this shape,
Yep.
I'm sorry. I get it because my mom,
Yep.
it's just not healthy.
Yeah.
It is not healthy. If you're a pear, that's better. A little, if you're a pear shape, that's good. And no
Exactly.
one's perfect. I get it. But when this is starting to go and this is doing the same, that's not good for our heart. It can't be
Right.
good.
You nailed it. Exactly.
Your
100%. Yeah.
your body is working overtime and harder to maintain that normal function.
Correct. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
But I try, and like I said, no one's perfect. It's so hard to say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm not gonna drink." I get that. Like I say, I'm not gonna do chocolate. I love chocolate, so I try not to do it. And Christmas was really hard. I'm still trying to get off those pounds from Christmas. But I figured, you know what? It is the holidays. I am going to eat what I want. I'm going to make what I want. I'm going to make it special. Again, we only
Sure.
live once, but you do everything in moderation.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I need to
And
write
like,
that in my
yeah, you're
book,
right.
but we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh,
I,
right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
saying certain things to you that I'm like, did I write that in the book? So I guess we should get over to that.
Let's do it.
So
Yeah,
where
definitely.
yeah,
That's a good
absolutely.
transition. Yeah.
Absolutely, it is a good transition. So everyone knows that I have been writing this Glow autobiography for years, and I had finally found the greatest writer to help me with that. That is Dan Murphy. And for
Awesome.
those who
Yeah.
don't know Dan Murphy, he did this book right here. I'm not sure if I had
Yes.
it. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Sisterhood of the Squared Circle: The History and Rise of Women's Wrestling. What not perfect person to have is Dan
Mm-hmm.
Murphy because
Mm-hmm.
he knows
Perfect.
all of the wrestling
Right.
and he
Mm-hmm.
loved Glow as well. And he didn't have nasty things to say about it. Oh, it wasn't real wrestling. It wasn't this.
Mm.
Well, and I think I said before, Glow was 4 seasons, and some of the ladies worked 1 season. Some
Right.
girls worked 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That's it. So give them enough time, they would have been better wrestlers had they had
Yeah.
enough experience and better training.
Mm.
I think only having Mondo Guerrero and the Killer Tomato and another lady that were pro train the girls. That wasn't enough. We should have had more. The girls started training the girls, and I no disrespect, but they did not have the experience and the
Mm.
knowledge of, say, the Guerreros or
Mm-hmm.
people who had
Mm-hmm.
been in the ring longer. So those girls were getting trained half, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like for
Mm-hmm.
me, since Mondo wasn't there anymore, I'm like, how the hell am I going to do this? So I had to watch television to figure it out what I should do. But give us a little break. If we would have had more opportunity and training all the time like WWE, they would have been damn good wrestlers. Absolutely. Because some of the girls were phenomenal. I mean, Spanish Red was great and Tina Ferrari was tremendous in the
Mm-hmm.
ring. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of the girls were very, very good. But
Yeah.
but anyway, so back to the book. So having Dan on there doing that, I've already got just a few weeks ago, I had the first, what is it called? The first run of the book. Not run, what is it called? I'm trying to think
Kind of
of
like
it. The first
draft,
draft,
kind
the
of.
draft.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm
that's
thinking a
fine.
million things. So the
Mm-hmm.
first draft is out, and of course, I saw a lot of things that, oh, we got to change this here, and
Sure.
thank goodness he's so good at saying, let's add, we need 5,000 more words here.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's so, and oh, I forgot Israel, I forgot Russia, I forgot Panama, I forgot a lot of the things that happened on the road when I was wrestling, and some of them were with some of the Glow Girls. So there are some interesting stories there. And
Mm-hmm.
then I thought, why don't I have some of the ladies? And the story is really my story, but I wanted to scatter throughout the chapters. How did Lightning get started? What was her?
Mm.
How did Evangelina get started?
Huh.
How did Little Feather? Where did she start? How did you hear about it? And it would just be one or two paragraphs. And I thought that would be interesting to scatter the girls throughout the chapters,
Yeah. Yeah.
unlike scattering the fans. And I have notes from the fans, and I will scatter those out through the chapters. So
Oh, that's
I think
cool.
that the book, it's already been read by 2 different people,
Mm-hmm.
3. And it's so great because those people are in the book world. So to get a lot of their opinions, and I said, good or bad, I need to know what part's boring, what's too much over here, what do we need more of, just to round it
Mm-hmm.
out. So I'm happy it's taken this long, yes, but that's okay because hopefully we'll get it right. And then of course there'll be some other stuff after that. I thought, boy, I could do recipes. I could do actually I did have a recipe book. Do you remember that platform called Lulu, Lulu? Lulu?
Yes, yes. I remember Lulu. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So I mean, it's still out there. I made a cookbook of all my mom's recipes,
Oh,
and
nice.
I put that together way before I was thinking about doing this. So I'm like, well,
Oh,
wait a
cool.
second, I have a little book out there already. But I didn't publish it or anything. But I think that would be another one. Plus a photo book. I have so many photos. I thought I might scatter photos. I might put a photo of something that you guys have never seen, and
Yeah,
then write what was going on in that scene.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
And since
yeah,
I'm
for
going to
sure.
self-publish, at least for now, I will self-publish. Um, you just never know what can happen in the book world. And
Uh-huh.
when I had first tried to get publication, it was before COVID. And then I had a lit agent, and the lit agent was looking for something way different than I wanted to do.
Hmm.
She was looking more for a self-help book. I
Oh,
spent a
okay.
lot of money, let me tell you, I spent a lot of money learning, unfortunately, probably $10,000. And that to me is a lot
Oh,
of money.
wow. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for it not to go anywhere, but I think waiting this long, I wouldn't have been able, and we said this before, add all the things that wouldn't have been in the book 5 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, 7 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. So it'll be cool. And who knows where it may go from there. Some people start off with an Amazon platform, then Amazon gets interested. They have their own independent publishing as well. If
Right.
they like it, you could go that route, and you just
Huh.
never know who's looking. I'll need to add more out there, like
Okay.
on my LinkedIn site.
Mm.
I haven't even done anything with LinkedIn in a long time, and that's a big platform to promote, to
Right.
advertise. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be using that, don't you worry. Maybe I'm just one person, so sometimes it's hard to think. You gotta think outside the box a lot of times. What avenue should I go? Where should I advertise? Who should I get a hold of? Should this be a movie? Should this be a blah 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 blah? And I already have all of that in the back of my head already without saying, or advertising about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty thrilled with it. I think it's going to be, and I have a working title. My working title is a Glow Original Hollywood. It's somewhere in there because you got to have those words. You got to have Glow in there, and you got to have Hollywood in there, and those are big words.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
they're huge words. So
How about for
I
the
can't.
cover, like the artwork?
The artwork.
Yeah, have you thought
Yeah.
on the cover art and such for the front of the book and
Oh yeah.
everything?
And the colors I already have envisioned in my mind. So it's
Nice.
something that will need to stand out on the bookshelves for sure. So I have
Yeah.
high hopes. I think it's going to be something that everybody, young kids as well as older people, will enjoy reading for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Oh, and
sounds
so my
fantastic.
new before we go, I know we have maybe 10 minutes
Yeah,
ish.
depending on your time. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sure. Um, so you know that I have my soap company.
Yeah. Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
so here's the newest info. Here's something else. How just This is where I'm saying I'm blessed
Mm-hmm.
because you never know like what companies that you might work for
Sure.
or who you might help out that has something else going on later on.
Yeah.
So 4 years ago, I was working for a friend at her and her husband have a store called Wine Down, like drinking wine, Wine
Oh, okay.
Down. It
Yeah.
was a place
Sure.
that would showcase local talent.
Oh,
So
okay.
they would
Okay.
serve wine and cheese here in Nashville area, and they would have local talent come in, sing, play acoustic, and people would come in. They could sell whatever they wanted to. So of course, my thing was being Hollywood from Glow and selling the soap. So here we are 4 years later. Our Nashville International Airport has been expanding and expanding for years. They have made
Hmm.
it bigger and better and huge because we are so busy. But
Wow.
that couple has now a store that started today. Their grand opening is today in the Nashville Airport. They will be carrying my soap, and that's pretty
Oh, wow,
huge.
Jeannie, that's
That's pretty huge to be in
tremendous.
an airport.
Oh, wow.
I
How cool
know.
is that?
So I have been
That's so
super
neat.
busy. Yes. So I have two companies which really are the same. I have Hollywood Botanica,
Uh-huh.
but I also bought the URL Nashville Botanica. So I will use Nashville Botanica inside this airport because
Yeah,
my soap obviously is local. I make it here local. And some people like to bring home stuff that is local of
right.
the city they just went to.
Certainly.
So yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I dropped off 2 dozen
Congratulations.
soap. Yeah, that's kind of a big thing for me. So I've been
That
super
is so
busy
cool.
cutting up soap. And right before I saw you, I was talking. That's why I was like running around. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was doing a quick, a couple of different live Instagram stuff talking about the soap and whatnot. So yeah, this is
J-
good. And we'll me
Yeah,
and
that
you
is
for
really
sure will
great.
have to get together again. So my March is busy as well. March is going to be WrestleCon
I
in Los
remember. Yep.
Angeles.
I
Right.
knew
And I
that was
haven't
coming
done
up.
that.
Yep.
I've never done
hmm
WrestleCon in Los
That'll be
Angeles. That's
great.
super big.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you guys see? Wait, wait, wait. I have to get you something. I forgot to
Mhm.
bring it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you see what I got from one of the promoters that I worked for? Did you see
Oh my
this?
God, that's beautiful, Jeannie. No,
This
I have
is
not
the
seen. That's
real
the first
deal.
time.
It's
Oh
heavy.
God.
Do I have it
Wow, that is
right?
beautiful.
Do you see this?
Wow. That is so amazing. That's
Glow.
gorgeous.
I know. Now there was
Wow.
another belt that I saw that somebody had won, a gentleman won at CAC in Las Vegas, and
That's
he
awesome.
gave that belt to, I think it was it was to Sunny. And
Huh.
Sunny had a I'm going to be honest. She didn't want us to pose with the belt. I remember putting the belt on and posing with it, and I posted a photo, and she told me I had to take my photo down. She goes, "You have to take that photo down." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I have to take a photo down of a picture that I took of a belt?" So one of the promoters asked me, he goes, "Jeannie," he goes, "did Glow have a belt?" I said, "No, we had a crown." And if you can see up here,
Yeah,
you see
that
the
is
crown
so
at the
cool.
top?
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So this belt, yes, it was given to me, but this is for all the Glow girls. I mean, if you
Yeah.
guys want to
Yeah.
pose with this belt
It's
and you want to take
amazing.
it to the convention, you are more than welcome. I
Wow.
love to share everything. So this was from LAX Fan Fest. The promoter there is Victor, and Victor got this, and I just thought that was
That's
tremendous.
awesome. Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so
That's
this
so
will be coming with
beautiful.
me. It is
Oh,
beautiful, and it weighs a ton. These
oh,
things are heavy.
it's so
Yeah.
stunning. Wow. I can't believe
It's
that.
very special. So I opened this up and I had no idea that I was getting this. I started crying. I did a, he told me, why don't you do a live video of you unboxing it? Taryn, I did not know what was in the box. I thought it was t-shirts. Seriously,
Oh
I thought
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
sending me some t-shirts. And they're also the people that will be working WrestleCon as well. I worked for them at LA Fan Fest, LAX Fan Fest. When was it? In September.
hmm
And I got along really well with the company. And he said, we'll do more stuff. But I didn't think I was going to get this. So thank
Oh, that was
you.
so nice. That was so generous of
Yeah.
him. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
is
Wow.
generous. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I will share this with everybody. This is something that I think for me, all the Glow Girls, and if you remember our rap, we're all champions in the ring. That's what
yeah,
this is. I mean, I didn't win
definitely.
this championship by no means. You know, I did not, but in season 5, I was supposed to take the crown, try to take the crown anyway from Daisy because Daisy had it in season 4 and she had the
hmm
crown. And
hmm
so if season 5 would have happened, then I would have challenged her to that crown.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah. So to me, all the girls are champions in the ring. This belongs to everybody.
That is super cool. That's
Yeah, I
amazing.
think it's super cool. I'm so glad that you had me on your show. You're so awesome.
Oh, you too, Jeannie. The feeling's mutual. So again, back to the soap for a second. I was just thinking too in the back of my mind. If you ever come to the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, because where I live at, it's the largest, busiest airport in the world, and
I know.
if you're going to have the soap distributed in Nashville. I'm just thinking that next you could do Atlanta and Chicago and Tampa or wherever else you're
Or
traveling.
LAX, all the places I go.
Absolutely, for sure,
Yep.
LA. Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
And
exactly. And
that could
maybe
be
because it'll be there, I could get some kind of, resume or something from them saying we sell her
exactly.
soap, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah. And it's so funny as I was in the Atlanta airport, I have a friend that works there. I
Oh,
should
cool.
probably talk to him and see if but then,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, that would be great because Atlanta's huge. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you one thing? I was in Atlanta. I somehow was really, really tired. I went to Starbucks, slide my card or put the chip in. I don't know what happened to my card after that, but when I
Oh
got home,
no.
there was a $400.
Oh no,
I'm
Jeannie.
just saying that
Oh,
happens everywhere. But you know what?
oh gosh.
People, here's, word of advice. Always have alerts on your phone. I have alerts from the
Mm,
bank. So right
mm.
away, it's like, oh, did you make this $400 charge? Nope. Okay, we'll take it off. So as
Oh,
long
thank
as you have
God.
alerts
Oh,
going on, you're okay. I mean, we all have dumb luck. Sometimes it happens.
oh
And I
yeah.
try to be so careful because I'm always traveling. I
Yeah,
mean, all
right.
the, and sometimes when I just must have, I think what I did, I'm pretty sure that when I pulled it out, I had my wallet. I didn't want my wallet around, so I think I put it in my back pocket and thought it was there with all the stuff, my drink, my suitcase, my jacket. I probably
Mm.
sat down and the card fell out. It happens.
Ah,
It's all good.
wow. Oh gosh. Yeah. Well, thank goodness you were protected on it. And oh yeah, that's
That's
terrible.
the worst, isn't it?
oh
Get
gosh.
get
Yeah.
alerts. I'm telling you, if you don't have them, you have to go in and you literally, seriously, they're not going to tell you. You have to go into the site yourself and you have to look and you'll go where it's alerts and then
Uh-huh.
you've got to click them, toggle them on.
Huh.
And if you don't toggle that shit on, those people, you're going to have to go through a lot of red tape.
Oh
And you
gosh.
might, but with this, it was just immediately. It said, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "Hell no, I didn't do this. I bought something for $7.49, but not $400."
oh gosh. Well, there's a special place in hell for thieves, especially people that steal and charge things like that on people's cards. Hopefully, they get their comeuppance. I'm a big believer that
And karma, aren't you? So am
yes,
I.
yes, definitely, poetic
Me
justice
too.
will be
Hey,
served.
I should have a chapter called Karma. And then leave it blank and we'll just let everybody think about who the karma's going to. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, actually. See what you do? You get those
Uh,
creative juices flowing in me, and I'm like, there's Hollywood the angel, and then there's Hollywood the devil. Which side should she take? Hey, that's what my character was. Hollywood was
that's
this
true.
sometimes, and she was a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Mhm.
Well, you're going to be so busy between, again, Tampa and Baltimore and LA. I mean, all over the place the
Yeah.
next couple months. So, and again, safe travels to Tampa this weekend. Can't wait to hear how
Well,
that one and Baltimore one goes
I'll
next
t-
time we
I'll
talk.
I'll have photos and I'll post
Yeah,
those. I will be
yeah,
doing that for sure.
definitely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And be careful traveling with that championship belt too. You don't want
No
that
kidding.
out of sight.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah. That'll be
uh,
inside. Yeah. I don't want to lose
yes.
this. There's no way. The thing is Matt, now it just made my suitcase that much heavier.
Oh
Oh,
gosh, I can imagine.
that's
Wow.
tough. Yeah, that's really tough. That's okay though.
Uh,
I'm gonna try it on the Tampa trip anyway. So here's my
yeah.
question to you: when will this be airing? Will this be airing before
Oh gosh,
uh
Jeannie. Okay, so
before I
let's
go?
see. Yeah, I'll make it a point then, since you told me that it's going to be this weekend. As we're recording this, let's aim to have this aired and published no later than by Thursday this week.
Or
How's that
Friday
sound?
is good too.
Yeah,
That'd be
Thursday or
great.
Friday. No later
Yep.
than Friday,
No
certainly.
editing. No
Yeah.
editing required. Just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Very
Yeah.
authentic as it always is, raw and gritty with you, Jeannie. So, yeah, again,
I
beautiful
love it.
belt.
Thank you.
Again, that's so nice of him to have done that. What a generous,
I,
what a really,
I
really nice
know.
gesture.
I'm serious. I was crying. I just could not
Oh,
believe it. He said to me, this is his words. His quote was, "You were a badass when you were 21, and you're even more of a badass now, Jeannie." He said, "When you go online, you're always telling people to be kind. And you know what? Being kind goes a long way. That's
yeah.
why we have this belt. I have this belt today." just got to be nice to everybody if you can.
Very
We
well
try.
said, Jeannie. Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much. And before we take off, let's go ahead and kindly promote your websites, social medias,
Okay,
everything else, and get that out. And then we will fade to
sure.
black with all of that on the screen.
That sounds great. So if you guys want to follow me over at Twitter, it's official. It's Glow Hollywood. My Instagram is official Glow Hollywood. If you're interested in the soap, it's Nashville Botanica with a K. And then there's Facebook. And you know what? When I look at Facebook, it's under Jeanne Basone or Hollywood Productions.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Excellent. Well, it's always easy to find because you've got many, many, many thousands of followers on all of those social media platforms. So again, congratulations on everything you've got going on, and especially the soap in Nashville. And I just think bigger and better things just coming your way every single time, every time we talk. So
It's so
keep up the
great.
great work. Yeah,
Thank you
you're
so much.
amazing.
And Taryn, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Always our pleasure. Our pleasure, Jeannie. You too. Take care. And here comes your contact information as we fade to black, and safe travels this weekend, Jeannie.
Bye. Thank you.